Dear Diarrhea, diary full of shit. Just play along with me, myself, and I know what else. Yo, I'm so legit. I added a public playlist. It's got one video in it. This popped up as a suggestion, a short. Um, it's a chiropractor video, which makes sense because I've kind of been looking up some videos on that. Not for ASMR purposes. I guess some people find that relaxing. I've legitimately been looking stuff up and educating, myself not only on back structures and function, from talking to chiropractors, two of them, but also, and a masseuse about scar tissue and whatnot. And I'm going to not get into what's wrong with my back, but my spine is fine. But I have scar tissue on my lower back just above my pelvis and basically just to the right of my spine from when I originally injured my back way back in the day. I was lifting up the front end of a Model T Ford for I don't even remember why, but the why doesn't matter. But anyway, go check it out. I can't vouch, for the channel, or anything like that. But that girl, and I got that on video for me to just save. Because I'm so pathetic. Am I really? I don't really think I am, I just, it's like, okay, I like that. I'm keeping that. I'm going to save that on video. And I will use it as masturbatory material. Probably as is, as well as a lead in into other things. No, I'm not that guy. Sure sound like that guy. No, I'm not. And don't tell anybody I'm pathetic. But anyway, before I get ahead of myself, I titled it accurately, whatever it was. They, rarely have that feature on that frame. Kind of like it's a car. Because I've talked about that before about girls, chicks, broads, dames, women. See, just here on planet Earth, see, I'm from a different planet, and I got a guy behind my eye, and, there's, kind of a weird thing. But, on my planet, like I said, all the men are Spartan warriors, and all the women have hips, eyes, curves, and thighs, know how to wear their panties and please their men. And I have a panty fetish, and, I'm not going to get into the details. I was born with it out the gate, it didn't, acquire, it's not like something happened when I was like 7 years old or 13 years old or anything. My entire life, as far back as I can remember, panty wear does it for me. And here on Earth, that's like a thing, but earthlings being earthlings and dudes being dudes and females being just human of the species. Panty fetish basically means dirty panties. Sniffing them, chewing them, wearing them on your head, wearing them on your ass, rolling them up and smoking them, holding them in your hand, and jerking off, or laying them out on the bed, and jerking off and jizzing on them or something. It's just really, really stupid shit, and it's really bad panties. They're either like, I don't even want to say it, but they're just stupid. They're like fruity tooty, girly type shit. And like I said, I'm into proper cut. The stuff in the Buck Rogers and crew, as well as I've got a couple shorts as well. The cut, how the whale tail looks, if it's a thongy thong, the material, the seam. Swimsuits are obviously more robust than panties because they're made for getting in and out of the pool and water, and there's the effect of gravity of, you get out of the pool and it's wet with water and then it kind of drips off. Narrow in the front but not too narrow and wide enough down low to cradle the pussy. I might show some more examples I've kind of stopped with that, and I don't mean to like do this as like a perv thing, you know. I mean, I don't know. I guess people might disagree. How is it perverted? I'll have to look up the word perverted, you know, to perverse or whatever. I just have a panty fetish. That's fucking it. You know, I don't. It's clean. You know, wear them, and I'll rub my dick on them while you're wearing them. Back, front, pussy hammock. You work your hips. I'll work my dick. Face me, straddle me. Do the butt cheek thing, down low, up high. Do the panty smooth groove thing. Like the girl in the green there, or the girl in the yellow from the Weekend at Bernie's. But the yellow thongy thong where she's kind of stepping, that's a good shot too. And sometimes I cheat. I'll tweak them a little bit. Like I'll kind of work the angle so I can kind of lengthen something out or thin something up. But that's what I mean with like panty smooth groove when I say, high cut, high up on the hips, like where the panty line goes basically straight up the back of the butt cheek and then curves over. But it needs to be, have enough material when she puts that shit on, and then she just walks and stuff and her ass cheeks swallow up the material. That it goes all the way in and all the way up. And women's asses are designed to eat panties, plus the way that they're designed. This will be taken out of context. I probably shouldn't even say this, but men's underwear, be it boxers or briefs, there's like really no way they're designed to keep material out. Women's panty wear, if it's high cut, well, the edge is right there. And her ass, just walk, be it, she might have an ass because, women have so many, they all have a frame, and they have so many different individual parts that are shaped in individual shapes and sizes. Tits, what size? How do they hang? Nipples, areola, just and same thing with the ass, you know what I mean? And some chicks have like really big asses, but don't have any jiggle and wiggle. They might even have a shapely ass, but they don't have any jiggle and wiggle. And this is something I find kind of interesting. Unless she's like really thin, if she's got a decent ass on her and a decent shaped ass, thinner chicks, like the chick in the video there, can have nice jiggle and wiggle ass cheeks that are shaped nice, but they're like the Goldilocks zone. I'm not talking some chick who's got, floppy ass cheeks, right? But she's fit, she's got curves, she's got hips, but her ass cheeks are not pure muscle. She didn't get that ass from doing squats and, looking up exercises on the internet, like, how do I do this? How do I get these results? And you lift your leg up this way and that. She was just sort of born with nice shaped ass cheeks. So as you can see, she kind of gets it flexed and then kind of drops it down. I can tell, that she's got a nicely shaped ass on nicely shaped hips and a nicely shaped body. But she's also got, she could get them cheeks moving. Now I don't mean like ghetto booty bullshit like that, but she could really, really get things going. She could do the peekaboo pussy thing, where it's like she's not clapping her ass, but she's just sort of, flexing them and getting them going, You can figure out. I don't need to go any further than that. Because like I said, how, her labia majora, as well as her mons pubis from the front, how's that work? How's that look? But from the back, do her ass cheeks kind of curve, out towards the bottom? Or do they, go all the way down and then, how's her ass cheek shaped? But, so can you see her, thong pussy hammock. What the fuck? Woo! I'm allergic to the bullshit. But no, what I'm speaking is not bullshit. It's just whatever. But can you see it from behind, or do you just see ass cheeks? You know, does she have an ass crack that only goes halfway up, or three-quarter up, or maybe she's a little bit thicker chick with thicker, fuller, rounder cheeks, where it goes all the way up? There's just so many different shapes and sizes. Dudes, not so much, because we have less parts that come in different shapes and sizes. So obviously the cock and balls, ball size, sack size, length, girth, how hard is it, curvature, the head, how do you come, are you a dick dribbler or a rope thrower or what the hell else? The urethra, does it puff out, and when you come, does it get that nice pulsating action? You got this big, masculine, macho, powerful penis. Captain Penis to the rescue. Satisfying vaginas everywhere. As well as the ladies they're attached to. But, it is what it is. Is he pushing rope? And it depends on the chick, and just all that shit. What the ideal size is and all that goodness. Of course, how you work it and all that stuff, work the angles. But you sure know a lot about dicks. Know a lot about vaginas too. Yeah. No, I do. I probably know more about vaginas than most women. But anyway, like if you got, well, never mind. I don't want to. So, what the hell? So anyway, some chick, jiggle and wiggle, that they move up and down and bounce against each other. Maybe they just sort of move a little bit. When I talk about asses, I am talking about the butt cheeks, the butt crack, and that crease where ass meets thigh. When society talks about ass, butt, they're talking about the butthole. Okay, because they're fucking faggots. Now, not to besmirch the gays, they get a pass. They're gay. But if you're a heterosexual dude, and you're into that shit, you literally want to suck a fart out of your girlfriend's asshole or lick it or anything like that. On my planet, it's not considered a hate crime. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not really joking when I say that. If you're capable of that, what else are you capable of? If Billy Bob over here dropped his drawers and presented to you his butthole, would you go over there and lick it? Fuck no, I wouldn't, man. So why would you do it with your wife? Billy Bob doesn't have a vagina, so that doesn't really work. Well, I guess you could, if you're talking about like blowjobs and stuff, it's like, well, you could make that work, but don't need to overthink it. You know what I mean? So just fucking people. Like this dude had I saw it was probably about 2 years ago or whatever. He had a bumper sticker that said butt stuff. And I know exactly what it means. I know what butt stuff means on my planet. And it is not the same as what it is here on Earth. Okay? The butt cheeks are just something that's sort of there, that they squeeze and they slap, and that's it. On my planet, the butthole is there. You work around it. Your dick's going to touch it in certain circumstances. but there's no penetration. I You take a shower, you clean, you do. You're not a nasty person, you practice good personal hygiene practices. I mean, but anyway, I kind of went off. I could have kept this a lot shorter and a lot sweeter. I kind of went off on that rant, but god damn. And I like her look. She's kind of got this modern. I could totally see her as a barista. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. And most chicks ain't built like that. So anyway, maybe Wonder Butt, the cringy ASMR artiste. Maybe she should start doing, videos like in, her panties. But I say that because these chiropractor shorts that pop up, like I said, I'm looking up chiropractor stuff for legitimate reasons. But they're all like wearing spandex and stuff, and they're the chiropractor, right? So it's kind of like, oh man, I mean, that's fine with me. It's all good, but you know what I mean? It's kind of like, oh shit, really? So, because I'm old school, you know what I mean? I'm not only old, but I think in old terms, So, like, I don't know. That's just whatever. They're leaning over and showing their cleavage and stuff. And oh, that's another thing. The butt cleavage from the front. Whoo, goddamn, she could get them hips rocking. Boom, 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 left, right. Get them twirl them hips. Woohoo! Let's take this down to the workout room. I'll get a towel. I will adjust the height and configuration of the workout bench. Get you going so your legs don't get tired. And baby, do me up. So, you get nothing out of this other than the fact that you know that you brought me much sexual gratification. You rocked my world. And that's it. So, go check it out if you want to. Bundle baby, looking in your direction with an erection. You got the ass for that. I think. Seems like you used to. So, you got the pussy for it. That chick's better than you. But, anyway, no reason we can't be friends.